One afternoon in 1637, a sailor sat down for lunch at a wealthy merchant's house. He saw what he thought was an onion lying on the counter. He peeled it, sliced it, and ate it with his herring. That wasn't an onion. It was a Semper Augustus tulip bulb, and that sailor had just eaten the equivalent of a mansion on the finest canal in Amsterdam. This is the story of Tulip Mania. It's not a story about economics. It's a story about human madness, gambling in the face of death, and the seductive power of a beautiful flower. Welcome to the Dutch Golden Age, the 1630s. The Netherlands is the center of the world. Ships are pouring in with spices, silk, and gold. The Dutch were drowning in money, but they had a problem. They were bored, and they were terrified. You see, the bubonic plague was ravaging the cities. People were dying by the thousands. The mood wasn't invest for the future. It was live for today, for tomorrow we die. Into this dark world came a splash of color, the tulip. Brought from the courts of the Turkish sultans, it was unlike anything Europeans had ever seen. But the real obsession started with a mystery. Some tulips began to change. They grew stripes, flames of red, white, and purple. We know now it was a virus, but to them, it was magic. At first, only the true connoisseurs traded them, gentlemen in gardens. But greed is a virus too, and it spreads faster than the plague. The trade moved from the gardens to the taverns. They called them the colleges, but they were really just casinos. Imagine a smoky room in Harlem. It's midnight, the beer is flowing, and a room full of weavers, bakers, and cobblers are shouting bids on flowers they have never seen. They weren't buying bulbs. The bulbs were buried underground for the winter. They were buying wind, pieces of paper promising a bulb next spring. The mania consumed everyone. A chimney sweep could trade his soot for a fortune. A maid could bet her life savings on a single root. There is a record of a single viceroy bulb being traded for 2 lasts of wheat, 4 lasts of rye, 4 fat oxen, 8 fat swine, 12 fat sheep, 2 hogsheads of wine, 4 tons of beer, 1,000 pounds of cheese, a bed, a suit of clothes, and a silver cup, all for 1 flower. It was the perfect storm, plague-ridden gamblers betting on nature. But nature is cruel. February 3rd, 1637, the peak. At an auction in Harlem, the music stopped. A florist offered a bulb for sale. Silence. He lowered the price. Silence. It was like waking up from a trance. Suddenly the spell broke. Someone whispered the truth. It's just a flower. The panic was instant. Everyone rushed to the taverns to sell their paper contracts. But there were no buyers. The man who thought he was a millionaire yesterday realized he was just a guy holding a piece of paper that said he owed a fortune for a rotting onion. People sued each other. The courts were overwhelmed. I promised to pay 5,000 guilders for that bulb, but I don't have it. Well, I don't have the bulb. The government had to step in and cancel the debts. The wealth evaporated as quickly as it appeared. It was an illusion. We laugh at them. We think, how could they be so stupid over a flower? But look at us. We trade digital monkeys. We trade invisible coins. We trade stocks of companies that make no profit. The object changes. The psychology never does. That sailor who ate the bulb, he didn't know the value. But in a way, he was the smartest one of them all. He saw the tulip for what it actually was, a root, a vegetable, something real. The tavern gamblers knew the price of everything and the value of nothing. Don't let the mania catch you.